This is Parashat, Rabotai. The Torah tells us that few people joined Korach against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They all went down the drain besides one person. His name was On ben Pelet. On ben Pelet, a grandson of Reuven, did not go down the drain. The Torah mentioned his name in the beginning. He is part of the Machloket. Says the Gemara that his wife told him, listen, what are you going to gain? You're not going to get anything. You're not going to be dead anyway. Why are you joining the Machloket? What's going to be with you? Says the Gemara that she gave him to drink some wine and he fell asleep. And then she sat at the entrance of the tent and the people came to her and said, listen, we have to go. Make Machloket now. You're going to make Machloket. Come, join the Machloket. So they opened the door and they saw that she took her cover off her head. So she was combing her hair. I said, oh no, a lady? We can't go inside, can't even talk to anything. Ran away. Can you imagine? The tzaddikim those days, when they saw a lady without hair cover, they ran away. Today, now, our generation is the opposite. People tell the lady, take off your shaitel, take off your thing. Why you walk? You look like a monkey. Take off the cover. In those days, if a man saw a lady without covering her hair, he would run away. They ran away. And then the Gemara says, by the time he woke up, the meeting was over. Nevertheless, says the Gemara, when actually Moshe Rabbeinu said that something is going to happen and earth will open up, earth opened up under his bed. And his bed, Yaakov Israel not listening. It's a story now. Look how scary the story is, Yaakov Israel. And the bed was shaking and almost traveling to the deep hole that was like a funnel, that everybody was, all the people joined the Machloket, following the funnel inside the hole, while he's in bed. And then his wife started to scream and pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And then Hashem let go. And then all of a sudden everything settled down, and the bed is here, and Mr. On Bepelet is alive. Says the Gemara, Chochmat Nashim Banta Beita, Yivelet Adam Taharsena. Says the Gemara, the key is in the wife's hand. A person has to know that his wife has a big influence on him, a big part in his lifetime. The Satan can be in his wife's head, and B'ezrat Hashem, she can overcome that. Then Shechochmat Nashim Banta Beta. The Gemara, Bina Yetera Nitna Ba'isha. So when the lady fixes herself, she's higher than the man. Bina Yetera. Higher. Listen to your wife. It depends. Says the Gemara, you know who started the Machloket? Korach's wife. Korach's wife started the Machloket. Yivelet Adam Te'arsena. Korach came home, says the Gemara, after Moshe shaved him, and shaved all the Leviim, his wife said, look, you look like a pumpkin. What is this? Halloween coming up? How can we look like a pumpkin? And then she started, trigger him. And then he said, okay, let's go against Moshe Rabbeinu. On the contrary, says the Gemara, on the Pele, his wife saved him. The Gemara says, on one hand, you have Korach's wife, buried him, buried all the children, grandchildren, everything down the drain. On the other hand, on the Pele. The Gemara said, let me tell you something. The difference between the two wives. The Korach came home, and his wife said, oh, look, you're not so handsome. You look so handsome. What's wrong with you? Went to Bechar and Barber? What do you mean he shaved you? What happened to you? On Pelet's wife, she is so holy, she takes off her cover, she sits in front of the tent to save her husband. Spiritual life saves the husband. Materialism takes the husband down the drain. That's what the Gemara says. So if the wife is a tzaddiket, you train your wife, she's a tzaddiket, not to go after money and after kavod and after beauty, then the husband is alive and the children are alive and grandchildren are alive. There's the Gemara, B'chol asher Korach. Little babies went down the drain. Why? Because grandma, madar bezor. Madar bezor. That's the problem in life. Tragedies, it's the grandmother's fault, the grandmother's fault. Lack of Yirat Shamayim. Looking for beauty. On Bepelet is the opposite. Chachamim says, on Bepelet was Tikkun Chava Imenu, and Korach was Chava Imenu. Korach is part of the snake, his wife is Chava. Chava, that's what she had in her mind. Nonsense. Same thing, says the Gemara, Korach's wife. On Bepelet is Tikkun Chava. גלגול, שרה אימנו, רחל אימנו, לאה אימנו, האימהות הקדושות, בזכות האימהות הקדושות, נשים זקנים יצאנו ממצרים. There's everything in the lady's hand. The ladies, חס שלום, they don't behave, they don't dress properly, they do certain things they're not supposed to do. The husband and the children suffer, and grandchildren suffer, the dorei dorot, forever, because the great-grandmother, 1,000 years ago, who was the grandmother? She was that one. On the contrary, tzadikot, grandmother tzaddiket, it's generations. You have to tell our wives and our daughters to keep tzeniut, not to go by the fashion, not to follow the goyim. This is to cover the hair, to wear tzeniut, not too much makeup, not certain clothing to wear, not heeled 18 inches high. She doesn't have to look like Og Melech Habashan. She's walking on the hills. She looks like Og, a giant. She's a midget. That's Hashem gave her. What, she has to be so tall? For what? The Gemara says the ladies are in fault for the destruction of Bet HaMikdash, the Gemara says. Before the 3 weeks, we have to know the truth, says the Gemara. The ladies and the girls used to walk with high heels and a lot of makeup and a lot of perfume. And the chutzpah with the hand, says the Gemara, while it was a siege and the boys and the men and the husband were lying on the floor almost dead, the ladies walked on the street. I don't know if they had a cigarette or not, but they said, we want to go already to Milano. The Romans made a siege. They said, we will go to Milano. They have sales. We want to buy clothing in Milano. While the husband and the boys, the children and the father was on the floor, dying from starvation, from famine. The Gemara says the lady walking on the sea said, when the Romans can come already to take us to Milano. And when the Romans came, they jumped on them and they went on a boat with them to Rome, says the Gemara. But Hashem punished them. Big time. All these girls, the Gemara says. And everything is in the tzeniut. If you educate your daughters tzeniut, she will be a good grandmother. דורות ישרים לבורך, להיות משאר מה במנה, אמן.